Hey everyone, I'm Madan Mohan. In this video, I'm going to show you how can we launch a lead campaign on Facebook. In case you missed my previous video, you can check it here where I was explaining about types of campaigns on Facebook. Now, let's get started.
I am on my ads manager, and this is the place where you can start creating your ads on Facebook, or you can start creating your campaigns on Facebook. So to get started with, let me show you what are the types of campaigns which are available on Facebook. Let me just click on create button here. If you click on create button, this is the place where you'll see list of predefined campaigns which are available on the Facebook. Let me go with the lead generation. All our first step after clicking on create campaign, you should suppose to choose what you actually want. If you want to directly generate leads for your service or a product, let's click on lead generation. This is a selection. So after clicking on lead generation, let's scroll down further. Here you will have an option to name it. You can name this particular campaign. So while you are naming it, just provide your service name there so that you can understand when you are coming back or in the later days, whenever you are trying to access campaigns, you understand what campaign is for what. So let's say I'm trying to sell my, in this case, like I'm trying to generate leads for digital marketing course. So I'm putting it as DEM lead generation. That means digital marketing lead generation is the name of the campaign. Scroll down further. Next step is campaign budgeting. This is the place where you need to decide the budget. That means how much amount that you are ready to spend for this specific campaign. So if you observe in the drop down, we have two types available. Two options are there. One is daily budget and the other one is lifetime budget. Now, when I say daily budget, per day, how much amount that you are ready to spend for this specific campaign. That's what daily budget is. Next one, lifetime budget. That indicates on a whole the maximum amount that you are ready to spend on this particular campaign. So if you go with lifetime budget, what happens? Let's say you put it 5,000, for example. Indicates the maximum budget that I am ready to spend on this specific campaign is 5,000. Now, what happens after you spend 5,000 rupees? Your campaign will be switched off automatically. Why? Because the maximum amount is 5,000. So that is the reason. The other option would be daily budget. Instead of deciding a whole campaign budget, you have an option to put daily budget. Let's say you can spend around 200 rupees per day. That means in the 24 hours of time, I can spend 200 rupees. So the maximum 200 will be spent. Sometimes a bit more will be spent, but on an average, it will make sure per month it will be on an accurately per day 200 will be calculated. Okay, let's go with a daily budget. So this is what I mentioned. You have a luxury to specify how much amount that you are ready to spend on this campaign. So when you are creating it for the first time, let's go with low budget like this 200 rupees and run this campaign for 2 to 3 days. See the results. If results are good, then increase it to 2,000 per day. 2,000, obviously the reach will be increased. See here how much amount that you are ready to spend on this particular campaign. Based on that, a reach also will increase. If you are ready to spend 200 per day, then it will show us, I'll show you in the next screen, then it will show us if it is 200, then it will reach to 1,000 people per day, for example. Then if you increase that 200 to 2,000, it will reach to 10,000 people per day. That's what, how much amount that you are ready to spend, the number of people it will reach to will increase. This is your wish, how much you wanna go with. This is what we'll do it in the campaign level, selecting your objective and setting the budget. Click on continue. Now, ad set. We are in the ad set. Ad set is a place where we'll be targeting our audience based on age group, gender, location, and their interests. Now, first one, it is asking us to name it. So whenever you are naming it, try to make sure whatever the targeting that you are going to set in this ad set, based combination of all those things, you need to add it. Let's say you are targeting whole India age group 18 to 25 or 20 to 35, and male and female or only female, like this you need to add it here. So for example, here we are going to launch a campaign for digital marketing. Now, how to target your audience, how to decide whom do you want to target, this is important. This is what we call it as a strategy. So this strategy is important for your success of the campaign. So coming to the strategy, who do you want to target, who are your targeted audience for this specific requirement? Let's analyze. Start with a gender. I'm going to launch a campaign for digital marketing course, students for digital marketing course. Like now tell me, like, who would learn digital marketing? Should I target only male or only female or both? And if this is the case, like, you should analyze yourself. Digital marketing is something that anyone can learn, and this is easy to learn. There's no technical things involved in it. Anyone can easily learn it. On that case, obviously, I can target both male and female. Done. We have got answer for the first thing, that is male or female. We are going with both male and female. Next one, age group. So coming to this age group, generally people will be people who are getting trained, starting with an age group of 21. I can say why, because like that's the age that people will come out of the institutions, I mean to say the colleges. So you can start targeting from 21 up to 35 or 37 could be the best age group to target for this. People at 35 and 36 also will be learning digital marketing. Why? Because like before that they'll have an experience of 7, 8, 9 years on marketing, but not on digital marketing. Why? Because it wasn't there earlier. So people used to they'll be working on marketing fields. Now they know the potential in digital marketing, so that even though in the age of 30, 30, 35, 36 also, people will get to I mean people will opt for the training of digital marketing. That is the reason you can even choose up to 36, 37, 38 also. Right? This is how you need to list down your audience first on the paper. Now we have got an answer for two things. One is age group, second one is male or female, gender. Now the third one, location. Location indicates people living in a specific areas, which, like, who do you want to target? Now before that, the question here is, you are going to launch this campaign for online training or classroom training. Why? Because based on this, the location will change. If it is classroom training, then people who are enrolled for my course has to come down to my office every day for the next 40 days or so. All right. So that is the reason, whenever you are picking the location, you should supposed to target the location which is nearer to your institution, around 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers to your office. Why? Because they has to come down every day to your office. So if you target 20, 25 kilometers around your office, it might be difficult for them to come down every day. So even though they liked your demo, there is a good chance that people will look for the other institutions nearer to their location. That is the reason, try to target people around 5 to 10 kilometers so that they can actually come down every day. What if it is online training? So in case of online training, there is no barriers. Just like how I am sitting at home and how you people are sitting at your own place and listening to me, similar way, without any barriers, I can target anyone across the country or even across the globe as well. So when you are naming it, so at this moment, what you're targeting here, let's say for example, to show you, I'm going to target multiple cities, for example. So on that case, just name it that way so that it is easy. When you are looking at the ad name, we can understand, okay, in this ad set we have targeted these audience. So this name has nothing to do with the functionality, but just for your understanding sake, make sure you name it such way. What is the right way to do it? So what are the cities that we want to target? Starting with Hyderabad space Chennai, Pune, Mumbai. Let's say I want to target these four cities, and In between you can add the symbol to differentiate one category from another, and the targeted audience or age group, I mean 21 to 35, and is gender male and female, for which you are launching a campaign, digital marketing. Now when someone look at this particular name, people can understand that okay, you have targeted these cities, age group is this, male and female, and this is for digital marketing. Like this you need to name it. Even though you put XYZ, it will work, but don't do it. Naming is also important. Now the next step is Facebook page. As I mentioned, whenever you want to launch a campaign, you should have a page. You cannot launch it on the name of your personal profile. That's what I mentioned. That is the reason first step I have shown you how to create a page. You must have at least one page on your profile to start creating a ad on Facebook. So here you should supposed to choose it. Now as I mentioned, the pages will be created on your organization name. So to which organization or launching a campaign, specific page has to be picked up. So I'm going to launch on the name of Digital Broly, so I picked this Digital Broly here. Scroll down, audience section. This is the place where you will have an option to target whatever we have discussed so far. Location, by default, as we are in India, it is picking up India. Let's put your cursor here. Like what are the cities that we want to target? Search with the name. See, make sure you read it carefully and target it. Don't blindly pick the one which is seen here. Hyderabad in Pakistan. So make sure you pick the right city. Else your ad copy will be visible to the people who are out there in that specific location. Okay. Carefully you should pick it. Okay, we are not going into Andhra Pradesh, right? We want to target cities. Mumbai, Maharashtra, second one, and Chennai, Tamil Nadu, Pune, Maharashtra. Now, see this potential reach. That means based on what are the cities that you picked up in these locations, these many audience are there on the Facebook. That's what the potential reach indicates. Now, so far we just picked the locations. So we'll narrow down the targeting further so that this number will reduce further. That's what narrow downing, focusedly targeting your audience. We just picked the cities so far. Now let's go to age group. Starting with 27 to now it is showing 65. Now we just want 35. Now when I'm changing this, the number will be varied on the right side. Say this has reduced. Further it will reduce down. Now it is showing gender here. Just click on this edit button. You will have an option to choose all or only men, only men, only men or only women. Let's see how many men are there in this specific locations. Click on men, that too of 21 to 35. These many are there. Whenever I choose women, you can see how many women are there. Now I wanna target both. Detailed targeting. This is the last thing, detailed. Okay, so far you picked the location that you want to target, age group that you want to target, and the gender. And the last step is in this specific age group, in this location, and in these two genders, people who are interested in digital marketing only has to see my advertisement. That's what we decide here. Let's search. Let's add digital marketing as an interest here. Digital marketing interest. When I choose this digital marketing, see this number will drastically decrease. See this. Why? Because that's how narrow downing the targeting. That's what I mentioned. Focus targeting is possible in digital marketing. This is how only people interested in digital marketing can see my advertisement now. That too in the location of that too in the locations that I picked up on the top, and in these age groups, and both men and women will see my advertisement. Now once after entering digital marketing here, there will be a suggestions tab here. Just click on it. so that based on one keyword that you entered on the top, relevant keywords will be shown here. So if you want, you can individual keywords also can be picked up which you think is relevant for your requirement. Search engine optimization is relevant, I'm picking. Pay per click and Google Analytics, social media marketing, search engine marketing, lead generation, all these things will comes under digital marketing. So as you keep checking multiple, the number will going up. So like this you can pick the relevant keywords. Based on that, your targeting will be the people who are interested in this specific topics only will see your advertisement. How Facebook will understand, I think I already explained, like each and everything that you are doing once after signing up on Facebook, the pages that you are liking and the comments that you are making, and the ads that you are interacting, the posts that you are interacting, everything will be tracked, and the pages you are liking and the groups that you are joining. So based on this, based on your previous interactions of the type of the content, Facebook understands your uh, Facebook understands like what you actually like. Let me scroll down. This is how we target our audience on ad set. This is important. Based on this only your success rate will be varied. Now we are in the other tab, that is placements. So in this we have two options here, auto placements and manual placements. See, this auto placements are recommended. That means coming to the placements, let me open Facebook. We have multiple sections on Facebook. Timeline feed, we have multiple feeds, right? So this is a timeline. Like this ad copy can your ad will might be seen here, or on the right side we have one more option. Just see this Elementor is appearing sponsored, it's an advertisement. This is appearing on the right side, and also your ad will be visible on the messenger as well. We have a messenger on Facebook, right? So on the messenger also your ad will be shown. So this is something that you should supposed to pick. So if you didn't manually pick the locations, automatically Facebook will decide where your ad copy will get more clicks and interactions. Based on that, first Facebook will start displaying your ad in the multiple locations, and based on how the response is, at what location you are getting much response, based on that Facebook will automatically choose the best positions for you. So don't go for manual placements. But just for your understanding, let me go into manual so that I'll show you what are the options available here. So in manual placements, you will have an option to pick where you actually want. See how many options are there. Facebook news feed, Instagram feed, Facebook marketplace, video feeds. So these are all the options where your ad will be visible. So if you manually want to uncheck something, that means if you're not interested to show your ad in a specific location, you go to manual and you can uncheck these things. But don't do it. Why? Because like Facebook can actually find us a better place rather than you manually choose a place here, right? So here one more thing that I want to mention, you are seeing Instagram here. See, this Instagram is from Facebook, I think you all know it. So you can actually launch campaigns by default. Whenever you're launching a campaign on Facebook, that ad will be shown on Instagram as well. Okay, that's why by default it will be ticked. So that's the reason I go with an automatic placements. In case you don't want to display it on Instagram, you can uncheck this. Let's pick manual placements, uncheck this, so that your ad will be visible on Facebook only. Okay, but in Instagram also you'll get more leads. Don't do that. Let's go to auto placement so that Facebook can take care of it. That's what placement is. Let's go down further, click on continue. Now we are in the last step, that is an ad. So far we have chosen an objective, and in the ad set we have chosen our audience who has to see my advertisement. Now what is the ad, what you actually want to show them? That's an ad copy. So ad copy will be uh, added here in this section. So this is an ad name, you can put it your service name before this lead generation, saying that DM lead generation, that means digital marketing lead generation. Scroll down, there's something that will auto picked as we already chosen that particular one before in the first step. Format of the ad, two formats are available. One is a carousel, one is single ad, single image or single video. Carousel indicates you have an option to add multiple ad copies. multiple ad copies with arrow marks on the left and right side. Whenever someone click on the arrow mark here, you can see the preview here. Like this, multiple images can be shown. Arrow marks will be there. When someone click on the arrow mark, it will scroll down to the left side. If you click on right side, it will scroll down to the right side. That is one option. Or if you want to go with an individual single image or single video, you can go with the second option. So I'm going with single image option here. So I'm going with the second one. Scroll down, media. This is the place where you need to upload an image. Ad copy, on the ad copy, only 20% of the text should be there, and the rest of the thing could be a background color or an image. Now, if you want to design an image, generally people will use Photoshops. Designers will actually use Photoshops. But Photoshop tool, if you want to use Photoshop and design an image, you need to have a basic understanding of it. It might be difficult as a newbie to get started with it and design a good image. That is the reason canva.com is something that you can use it. Its free version is also available. It's you can use it for free, and if you want to go for a premium one, you can go for it, but free version is sufficient for us to design images. So let me quickly design an image for this specific requirement. You have an option to get started with creating an image, and beauty here is you need not even remember the size of the ad copies. Here, see this Facebook ad. If you click on this, the default ad size will be taken up. You need not even remember. But okay, so ad copy size is 1200 by 628. 1200 is the width, 628 is the height of the ad copy. Let me click on Facebook ad so that it will take us to the place with 1200 by 628. This is how the rectangle size it will be. So this is how size, this is the size. And now if you want to add a text and background color to it, as I mentioned, only little part of it, that means 20% of the text only on the on this 100%. So let's check. On the left side you have templates available. Let's check which template will suit for our requirement. That means the font and the design. Which one will you think will suit for our requirement? You can simply pick that one. You can change the images, everything. Let's say you like this text, and this is how you need to add your text also. I'm just clicking on it so that that will be reflected on the right side. So I don't, but on the background, if you see, is something that I don't want. Select it and click on delete. So that got deleted. Now I'll start editing this text. So before you start editing this text, if you observe, whenever I'm selecting something and dragging and dropping, all are together. I cannot pull the individual layers. So that's why first you need to click on ungroup so that this individual layers will be ungrouped. Now let's see, you can select individual layers. It's possible to select individual layers. Now, so visit today, I don't want this. Select it and delete it. Now I want these two. How can we make use of it? So you should suppose to cover only 20% of the text. First write the text here, just like we are promoting digital marketing, and what we are promoting here, it is online training. Let's online training. And if you want to change this font families and all, select it. On the top you have an option. This is just like using MS Word. Click on it so that you have an option to change the font families. You don't want that bold, let's go with Montserrat. It is like this but isn't that visible. Let's go with bold, or you can increase a bit, the size can be increased a bit so that people can understand what is it. Digital marketing online training, that's it. I don't want to add any other information here. Now coming to the branding and all, if you want you can go with the background color and your logo. Okay, you can upload your logo here and you can add the background color for this. In order to add a background color, I'm selecting the background, so we have an option on the top. Let's pick which background will suit for this. So in that case what we can do is we can go with the dark color and we can change this text color. Select this, click on this A symbol here. Let's change this color. Inverse color you should go with inverse color so that people can easily see the color that is there here. Now right away people can easily understand what you are trying to market. Digital marketing, online training, simple. There is no other things that you can add it. If you want, instead of adding background colors, you can even add images. On the left side you have an option called photos. So few images will be available, marketing related. If you want to search, you can search with marketing or digital marketing. If you think it suits for your requirement, you can use it, or you can even get it from Google and you can upload it here. If you search with digital marketing, relevant images will be shown here. So if you think this will suit for your requirement, let's say digital marketing online through, I'm paying and is giving you the product. That's what this can be suits for. This will suits for our requirement. Let's take it here, stretch it to the extent, stretch it to make sure it covers 100% white. Now what happens again, the color has to be changed. This time change the positions also. Digital marketing here, and click on this one, choose the background. See this, now it can, now like people can see it. This one also you need to, it should be bold, and text color should be black. Digital marketing online, if like it is bit clumsy, let's pull it to the top, push it above so that people can easily understand what you are trying to market. Digital marketing, online training. Thus image speaks better. Like this, like in which way you are comfortable, you can go for it. Now 80-20 rule is there. Okay, you think the image is pretty much good for your marketing, let's download this. So you have your design ready. Like this, there's drag and drop. You can easily use this particular tool. After the class, just play around with it. It's a free one. You can sign up with your Gmail ID. You can sign up for free, and you can start playing around with the options which are there here. Okay, not just for the Facebook ad. Whenever you are designing any small images to any sort of images, you can design it using this particular tool. Click on this download button here and click on download so that image will get downloaded. So it got downloaded, click on it. This is what the image is. Now let's go to search with, you need to test now whether we are complying with Facebook policies or not. 80-20 rule. So for that you should search with image to text ratio. Image to text ratio on Facebook. This is the tool, is from Facebook itself. Click on upload. This is the tool, this is the image, right? And upload it. Before it will visible here, let me talk about the things which are there on the right side. So image text to okay. If it is very low, your ad might not reach to more audience. If it is okay indicates your ad will normally run, you can go for it. And if it is medium, it might be reach might be low. If it is high, your ad will never run. See this image text is okay, your ad will run normally. Follow this particular template blindly. We are ready with the ad copy. Let's go to this here, click on edit image, change image, and try to upload an image from computer. Click on continue. Now whenever you are choosing this image, if you scroll down, that image will be, the preview will be shown here on the right side. This is how people will see your advertisement. That's what it is showing. Okay, Digital Broly sponsored, and your ad copy that you are showing it to people. Now I mentioned, like, as we don't have much option to write a complete information on the image, we can write it above the image. Where can we write it? This is the place, primary text. So what we need to write, you can get started with your service name. See this, the text that I'm writing is showing there. So first, there is something that has to be shown just because this is something that we are trying to market. Now, just below this, then we should come up with the points that helps for sale. What are the sale points? Unless you tell them the sale points, people won't interested in your service. So you can start saying 30 and 1 year access. You'll have 1 year access once you register in Digital Brawly. 1 year and you can write it 100% practical. Like this, based on what you are promoting. So after writing all these things, let's go to the second one, that is headline. Headline is something which whatever you entered here, that will be shown just below, just before this button. So just because it is just before the sign up button, call to action button, so you need to write it in a right direction. So sign up, you should supposed to ask them to it what you are expecting from your audience to do. You should people has to click on the sign up button and provide their details, right? So you should ask them to do it. Sign up now for a free demo. Just because it is for free, there's nothing that he lose. He is interested in digital marketing, so obviously there is a good chance that he'll click on it. I mentioned sign up now for a free demo, and the next there is a button called sign up, so there is a good chance that people will click on it. And the description, it's an optional. If you want to add further more line just below this, see this, and now I add something that will be visible just below this. If you want more one more line, if you want to add it, you can add it here, but I am not adding it. Display link, a link will be displayed right above this text, so this can be your website name. Anyway, no functionality will be applicable for this, only for display purpose. Your digitalbrawly.com will be visible just for giving an user more information to build the trust. As I mentioned, trust is important for online sales, right? So this is how your ad copy will be visible to your audience. Now scroll down. Last step is generating the form, creating the form. So you can see there is a sign up button here. When someone click on the sign up button, what should happen? Pop-up will open, and inside the pop-up it will show us fields. I mean, it will show fields to your audience. So what fields you want? Name, email ID, phone number, that will be decided here. In instant form, we have an option. Just click on new form and start creating the form. So once they click on it, this is how pop-up will open, and inside the pop-up I didn't add any text here. Now I am going to add the text and form also. I'll show you how to add it. Introduction text, this is optional, you can switch off and go with the questions. This is a place where you can actually add questions. By default, you will have email ID and full name. See this, email ID, full name. If you want to push this to the top, you can drag it. And I want one more, mandatorily I want phone number. For that, scroll down further, you have a add category, click on it, contact fields. You have multiple categories, different type of whatever questions that you, whatever the field that you want, you can simply click on it, it will get added. But I just want phone number. See this, the phone number will get added. Now I'm okay with these three. We have one more option here to write something just above it. So when someone click on it, you should supposed to tell them fill the form. So mention again, sign up for a free demo, so that they'll happily, they need not even fill this data. That's an advantage, one more advantage. So as an end user, you shouldn't even manually fill this data, it will auto populate. Whenever they click on this sign up button, the data will auto populate. Why? Because Facebook has all your data, your name, email ID, everything, phone number, everything was just because you are signed up with Facebook. So people need not even fill it manually. They can simply click on submit button, right? Now the next one is privacy policy. As you're collecting data, it will ask you to link the privacy policy. Link text should be privacy policy, and link go to the website. Actually, a website will have privacy policy page. Just in the website also we are collecting the form. We have a form and collecting the data. That's the reason we have a privacy policy here, saying that we are stating the line saying that we never use your data for so and so, like this, as a predefined set of information available in privacy policy. That link has to be provided. Why? Because we are collecting data from Facebook. Now the last screen is thank you screen. This thank you screen will be shown to your audience whenever they click on the submit button, the last screen. So here you can write the line saying that you have one more information, or you can put one more word here, schedule a free demo. See, the lines are very important, the words that you are using. Why? Because that helps you to get the conversions. What you are actually writing it here, that also very important. Okay, now the last thing, this is something that they will see once I click on submit. And the last one button, we have one more button here, view website. So here, meanwhile, we can ask, once they submitted, they can click on this website and they can see the details. Before we call them up, like before, as we mentioned, executive will call, before that they might actually see the details of digital marketing course. We have a course details page here. So what we can do is click on this, copy this particular URL and add this here, website link. Whenever they click on view website, they'll go to this particular page. Or if they won't understand if it is view website, let's change this text to check more details here. They'll click on it and it will take users to digital marketing course space. That's it. We are done with the creation. Let's click on save and click on finish. Everything is good. It will take you to this page. Now scroll down a bit. Last one is confirmation. Once you confirm, then you're done with launching a campaign. Say this, we are into this. By default here it will be in a review. Facebook will review before it will get active. Say this, it is in review. Okay, so it will review all what you are trying to promote, and if everything is okay, then only in review will turn out to be active like this. Probably most of the times in 10 to 15 minutes your ad will be approved. That means it will turn out to be active. For now I'm just switching off. Why? Because I don't want to run this. The same one has been running here already, so I'm just switching it off. To switch off, just click on this so that your campaign will be off. If you switch off any one, campaign, ad set, or an ad, that's it, your ad will be switched off. See this, I just switch off the campaign but not the ad set and ad. You need not do it. Once the campaign has been switched off, your ad will never run. If you want, you can manually switch off the other things as well, but once even though 1 out of 3 has been switched off, it won't run. Now you can see the two campaigns are running. Now let me scroll to the right so that you can see the details of it. Budget is 200 per day, and the reach is this: 1076 people, 1348 people, out of which 3 people has signed up for video course, 2 people has signed up for live training. Impressions are this. How much it cost me? Cost per result, it is showing 41 rupees for this. 3 results, I mean 3 signups has been made for video course. Per individual result, it cost me around 42 rupees. And in this case, for live training, only 2 results, it cost me around 78 rupees. And if you scroll down to the right side, complete amount, this is something that I want to show you. Complete amount that you have spent on individual campaigns: 175 rupees, 155 rupees. This is how you can check the details. Now, okay, I have got these 3 results here. How can I see these 3? For that, let's go to Let's select the particular campaign and navigate to add tab. Now only that specific ad copy will be shown here, and scroll to the right side. You have a link here. Click on it. Now here you have an option to download. Actually it is showing 3 there. Now it has 4. Now one more lead has been, now one more people has signed up. Now it turned out to be 4. Okay, just click on XLS. So the Excel will get downloaded. Once you click on this one, now the data will be shown to you. So you need not worry about this data, campaign name, ad set name, but you scroll down to the right side, you will get the data. So this is how you can directly collect data from Facebook.